know I didn't have to tell you this. The devil knows your weakness, and you know he knows your weakness. If you love money, you know he's always going to tempt you with money. And if you love sexual pleasures, you know he's always going to tempt you with sexual desires. The devil is in the business of temptation, and this is where he makes his most profit. One thing that we have to understand is he has no power over us. If you're a child of God and you've accepted Christ into your heart, you know the devil has no power over you. Well, guess what? There's one thing that he has that he uses against Christians and against people who are believers, and that is temptations. As someone who wants to follow God, there are three things that we are at war with, and that is the devil, the world, and our flesh. Our flesh always wants to follow its own cravings. It always wants to follow its desires, lust, and cheat, anger, idolatry, addictions, and a lot of other things that you can think of. The flesh wants to do these things. The world, on the other hand, is against God. The world wants us to be part of it. And we know the devil is looking for a lot of followers and a lot of people that's going to join him in hell. Look, I understand how hard it is being controlled by your emotions and by your flesh and the desires of your flesh. I understand. Sometimes it's not easy. Some people say they fight demons. They're fighting demons in their mind and in their head. I understand where you're coming from, and I understand, trust me, I do understand the struggle with the flesh and the desires of the flesh and the world around us and the devil and his minions and all the pressure that we get from all angles and all sides trying to pull us away from God and just bring us into the world and just make us do the things that God is just against. Stop trying to do it yourself, because you can't. I understand that you've surrendered before and you surrender over and over again, and then you find yourself back to that sin again. I understand. I've been there. We read in James chapter 4 verse 7, submit yourself then to God. So what you need to do is submit yourself to God first. Then resist the devil and he will flee from you. Submit yourself then to God. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. Also, do not love the world or anything in it. For anyone who loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. And by the way, what good is it if you gain the whole world and lose your soul? So, do not conform to the pattern of this world, or do not conform to the things of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may be able to know that which is the good and perfect will of God for your life. You will be able to know what is his good and perfect will for your life. And for temptation, flee. The Bible tells us to flee temptation, to flee youthful lust, and follow righteousness, faith, love, and peace with them that call out on the Lord with a pure heart. Do you remember the story of Joseph? Joseph was a servant in the house of Potiphar, and Potiphar's wife, his boss's wife, saw that he was handsome and he was somebody that she would want to sleep with. She tried to seduce Joseph, but Joseph fled. And this is what we should do with every temptation that we are faced with. Flee. Don't get caught in it. Don't get caught in that temptation. And believe me when I tell you, God is with you through every temptation. The Bible says in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 13, the temptations in your life are no different from what others experience. And God is faithful. He would not allow the temptation to be more than you can stand. When you are tempted, he will show you a way out so that you can endure. God is with you through your temptations. So, resist the devil. Don't be conformed to the things of the world, and do not love the world, or be attached to them in any way or any form. And do not love the things of this world, and also flee from temptation. God is with you. God bless you.